this document is called Deferred Down Payment Agreement. Now, the purpose of this document is to establish an agreement with the client if they are not able to make the down payment in full. So just to give you an example, if the down payment is $300 and the customer is only able to make a partial payment, let's say a partial payment of $200, then that means there's a $100 balance. So they would actually have to complete this form, agreeing to the balance, acknowledging the total of the balance, acknowledging the due date of the balance, and also depending if they're going to use a credit card for us to deduct the balance on a future date. So we call that a hold credit card. Or are they committing to making the payment in the office? So there's 4 different sections. The first section is mainly the details of the agreement. So it offers the information of the client, the Hawksoft ID, the address, the amount of the balance, which in this case is $120, and the due date of the balance, which would be 8/10/2019. Assuming that today is 7/30/2019. So technically, within 10 days, the balance of the $120 would be due. The second part, it's a credit card authorization section. Technically, we would fill this out and the customer would sign it, authorizing family insurance to deduct the $120 from their checking account on this date. So once again, the first part is more of the details of the agreement. The second part is authorizing family insurance to deduct the balance from their credit card on that date that we agreed. Now the third section, it's a third-party credit card authorization. So just to give you an example, if there's 2 drivers on the policy, husband and wife, let's assume that the wife, which is Mary, she's a policy holder, so she's signing all the paperwork, but the credit card is under the husband. So the husband would be responsible to sign this third-party credit card authorization part. Technically, the third party, which is the husband, would authorize family insurance to deduct the $120 from his credit card. Now, the fourth section is the deferred payment guarantee. We would also call this a prom note. So this section, the customer is agreeing to the balance, and it's also promising to return to the office on the due date to actually fulfill the balance. So let's use a couple examples so we can see exactly how the documents would look when we're actually choosing one of these options. Now remember, these are 3 different situations. Situation, credit card authorization, the policyholder is authorizing us to deduct the payment. Third party, a third party is authorizing us to deduct the payment from their debit card. And the deferred payment guarantee is more of a prom note. The customer is promising to return to pay the balance. So let's review this one. It says if hold credit card is from the third party. So let's review this form. Now, for this example, Jose Luna is a policyholder, so all the information is here. There's the total, which is $20, and the balance would be due July 20th, assuming that this was processed July the 3rd. Now, the third-party credit card authorization part is going to be filled and is going to be signed by Maria Luna. Maria Luna, I'm assuming, is the wife. So the credit card is under her name. As you can see, the information requires us to fill out the information, and Maria would actually sign it. Maria is authorizing us to deduct the payment of the $20 for the policy, which is under Jose Luna. Now, if the credit card is under the same customer, the policyholder, then the policyholder is going to complete the first part. We're going to complete the credit card authorization. Since the credit card is under their name, they're going to sign it as well. And then for all the situations, we're going to complete the bottom part, which is the promise for them to promising and agreeing to the balance. So technically, they're promising and agreeing and authorizing the credit card payment to be deducted from their credit card on this specific date. Now, the following example, this will be for a situation where there's no credit cards at all. So there's no credit card for the policyholder, and there's no credit card for any additional third party. So you would complete the top portion of the form, and you would also complete the bottom part. So once again, there's three different scenarios. If they don't have any credit cards, then the form is going to look exactly like this. The top portion and the bottom portion are going to be completely filled, and also the customer is going to sign. If they have a credit card on file, if the customer actually has a credit card, then we would select the credit card option, which is right here in the second section of the form. If a third party is going to use and authorize to use their credit card, then the third section will be the one that we're going to fill out. So once again, let's look at the form. This document, deferred down payment, is used only if there's a balance. Now, there's additional documents or copies that you're going to have to collect, but mainly this document is authorizing family insurance to deduct the payment from their credit card or a third party's credit card, or they are promising to make the payment within the due date. So once again, this is an agreement regarding the balance